Yo, what's good, degenerates? You already know what it is. It's UFC Fight Night, Arnold Allen versus Melky Zael Costa, and these are your boys' full card picks. You feel me, guy? And now let's go for that. All right, on the first fight on the card, we got Shauna Bannon versus Nicole Cagliari. Your boy's gonna have to go with Nicole Cagliari to get it done by way of a decision. I feel like she's the gritty, more technical striker, and she's not afraid to get into a fucking dogfight. Shauna Bannon, a decent striker, but a very awkward one. She likes to use her front kick as more of like a jab, but she is a gritty grappler where she has gotten a decent amount of her wins from submissions off of her fucking back, dude. But I feel like Cagliari is a gritty enough dog to keep it on her feet and be able to fucking coast to a decision. All right, then in the next fight, dude, we got Daniel Barres versus Luis Gurley. Your boy's got to go with Luis Gurley to get it done by way of decision. Daniel Barres, a good fucking fighter, but a donk of a fighter, dude. He has terrible fight IQ. He had a crazy back and forth fight with Hafafilo where he hurt him like 3 times. But instead of following Hafafilo down and doing ground and pound, dude, he let him get back up and let Hafafilo get back into the fight, dude. And Luis Gurley, a dog, a gritty technical striker. And if you let him make his way back into the fight, he will he won't make it gritty and make it ugly, bro. And I feel like Luis Gurley, even though he is coming off of 3 consecutive losses and hasn't won a fight in the UFC, he's had a couple hard outs and fought some really good competition. But I feel like all around his fight IQ is going to be able to get him the decision. All right, then in the next fight, we have Alice Adrialine versus Poliana Viviana. And we're going to go with Alice Adrialine to get it done by way of decision. I feel like she's just a grittier fighter, not scared to get into a dogfight. She'll mix in the takedowns when she needs to. And Poliana Viviana, she either freaking, all of her wins come by way of finish. So she's either going to get finished or get finished. You feel me? So I feel like Adrian Lean is the better all around mixed martial artist and the more technical striker, so I feel like she should be able to get the decision. All right, then in the next fight, we got Andre Petrosky versus Cody Brennan. Your boy's going to have to go with Petrosky to get it done by way of decision. I feel like he's the more technical striker. And, dude, real talk, Cody Brennan, anytime the fight doesn't go his way, he starts swinging wildly, and then he ends up kind of giving up on himself, dude. And I feel like Petrosky is just a better mixed martial artist and just a bigger fucking dog. So we're going to go Petrosky to get it done by way of decision. All right, then in the next fight, we got Ketlin Vieira versus Jacqueline Cavalcante. We're going to go Cavalcante to get it done by way of decision. Cavalcante is the faster, more technical striker, and she likes to use her jab to keep people at the end of it and use her fucking range. But I feel like Ketlin Vieira is going to be able to take her down, so I feel like it's going to be a constant back and forth with Cavalcanti piecing her up on the feet and then fucking Vieira taking her down and then Cavalcanti making her way back up. And I feel like that's how the fight's going to go until fucking Cavalcanti gets the decision. All right, then in the next fight, we got Tommy Gant versus Arthur Minev. We're going to go fucking Gant to get it done by way of fucking KO. This dude is an absolute fucking savage, a Daniel Cormier trained fighter, a great fucking wrestler. And dude, if he goes in there and mixes in the strikes with the grappling, I feel like he's going to get a nasty fucking ground and pound TKO. Artur Minev is a fucking really good, dynamic, fast striker. But I feel like freaking Tommy Gant, if he mixes in the takedown and the strikes, it should be a fairly easy night for him. So we're going to go Gant to get it done by way of KO. All right, then on the next fight, we got Tuco Tucos versus Ivan Urslan. We're going to go with Tucos to get it done by way of submission, man. So he got his fucking bell absolutely fucking rung by Junior Taffa, but he was able to battle his way back, take him down, and fucking get a submission where Ivan Urslan is a decent striker, but his takedown defense absolutely fucking sucks. And I feel like Tucos is a decent enough fighter to be able to fucking find his way if he gets fucking dropped to be able to get a takedown and fucking get a submission. So we're gonna go Tucos by way of submission. All right, then on the next fight on the prelims, we got Nikolai Veretennikov versus Chaos Williams. Your boy's gonna have to go with Chaos Williams to get it done by way of KO. Veretennikov, a decent fighter, but dude, my man likes to fucking keep his head straight up in the air, has no fucking head movement, and he fights emotional, dude. Where if he ends up taking a decent strike, he'll want to give it back right away, and I feel like that's gonna feed into what Chaos Williams does and get a fucking early KO. You feel me? All right, then on the first fight on the main card, bro, we got Timmy Kawamba versus Brendo Sopai. We're gonna go with Kawamba to get it done by way of decision. I feel like he's just a grittier dog. He's not as scared to get into a fucking firefight, and then he will shoot takedowns. Do they look natural? Fuck no, that they don't. But he throws them in there just to be able to disrupt his opponent's rhythm. Brendan Sopai, a fucking really good striker, but I feel like the big difference in this fight is gonna be that Timmy Kawamba's a fucking dog. So we're going to go Kawamba by decision. All right, then in the next fight, man, we got Modestas Bukauskas versus Christian Edwards. Your boy's going to go with Bukauskas to get it done by way of KO. I am a little bit nervous just because he does leave his chin straight up in the air. But real talk, this dude Christian Edwards leaves his fucking shit, leaves his chin in the air times fucking two, bro. Real talk, you know, he was a really big hyped prospect in Bellator. He used to train with John Jones. They were trying to peg him to be the fucking John Jones of Bellator, and then he ended up getting his fucking shit rocked by Big Tuna Ben Parrish, a guy that fucking looks like me, dude. Fucking straight out of shape fucking dad bod, and he absolutely obliterated Christian Edwards and fucking took all of his hype. And I feel like just Modestas Bukowski is just a faster and more technical striker, and he's fought the better level of competition. So we're going to go Bukowskis by KO. All right, then in the next fight, man, we got Malcolm Wellmaker versus Juan Diaz. We're going to go with Malcolm Wellmaker to get it done by way of KO. Dude, Juan Diaz, a good fighter, but, man, he got caught with a lot of hooks on his Contender Series fight. And fucking my man, Malcolm Wellmaker got that cheeky-ass fucking check hook. I think it's a left, right? No, right. Cheeky-ass fucking right hook, bro. And I feel like, dude, Juan Diaz is going to be there for fucking Wellmaker to fucking find that chin. I feel like Wellmaker is the faster fighter, but I wonder to see if Juan Diaz is going to mix in any wrestling. But I feel like Malcolm Wellmaker should be able to keep it on his feet and find his chin. All right, and then in the co-main event on the main card, we got Doo Ho Choi versus Daniel Santos. Your boy's gonna go with Daniel Santos to get it done by way of KO. A fucking shoot the box fucking fighter and a gritty dog, bro. He was losing that fight to the Korean Zombie Jr., bro. Hung in there and fucking knocked that dude the fuck out, dude. Doo Ho Choi hasn't been as consistent and as active as like I would like him to be because he is a action-packed, gritty fighter. But dude, he doesn't have a fucking chin, bro. He doesn't have a chin. I feel like he's way past his prime. His prime was spent doing his freaking mandatory military service, and I feel like with Daniel Santos just being a shoot the box guy, he does have jiu-jitsu where he's not scared to get to the ground, and I feel like, dude, it's going to be a blood and guts fight, but I feel like he's going to end up fighting Doo Ho Choi's chin. All right, man, and then on the main event on the main card, your boy got to ride with Arnold Allen to get it done by way of decision, but I will say I am really nervous for Arnold Allen because his big thing, man, is he never lets his fucking hands go like how he should, bro. Like, I felt like that's what held him back against the Mozart Evloev fight. But, dude, I feel like he's just a better all-around mixed martial artist. He has the more tools in the fucking toolbox. It's just if he shows up on the fucking night, bro. Because if Arnold Allen shows up, dude, when he's on, he's fucking on, bro. He gave Mozart Evloev a fucking hell of a fight and John Silva, dude. Melky Zyle Costa, dude, riding a fucking hot streak. A very fucking strong, devastating striker, dude. So I am fucking nervous for Arnold Allen just because, dude, Melky Zyle Costa could fucking knock him out and put his lights out. But I feel like just Arnold Allen being a fucking veteran and fighting guys like Max fucking Holloway, bro. Mozart Evloev, dude. Those guys are on a completely different level than Melky Zyle Costa. Melky Zyle Costa, a good fighter, bro, but not those guys, dude. And I feel like Arnold Allen should be able to get the decision, bro. You feel me? Yo, those are my picks, bro. They're an absolute lock. Like, share, and subscribe. Talk shit to me in the comments. Let me know how fucking trash my picks are and how much I suck at this, dude. You feel me? Like, share, and subscribe. And always, I mean always, stay elevated.